Hey there neighbors, welcome back to the channel. This is Anarchy in the 603, and you're here for another postcard from your friendly neighborhood anarchist, absolutely nobody's favorite, D-tier production quality, lightly edited, off-dome and unscripted dispatch from wherever I am to wherever you're sitting right now. Currently taking advantage of one of the only sunny days we've had in about 2 weeks to do some sewing out by the canal. It's a gorgeous day, perfect temperature, and I figured I would sit and chat with you for a bit. So I've had a question going on in my mind for a while, you guys. Do you feel any safer? Like, before January, before he took over, there were tensions in the Middle East, the war in Ukraine, but it wasn't like this. Like, we have this guy who says that he's going after dangerous criminals, and yet, what is it, 74 out of 75 of these Venezuelan alleged gang members that he had deported didn't even have criminal records. They're deporting 4-year-old cancer patients. They're wrongly deporting union member fathers of 4 who are legal residents. They're detaining tourists. They're detaining and deporting students. And they say that there are murderers and rapists everywhere. Millions of them. Well, I don't know about you, but I never saw any gangs of murderers roaming my streets, and if there are so many just everywhere, why is it so hard to find them? Why is it instead that you're sending massive militarized convoys to a house in California to try to arrest a guy who was putting up flyers about ICE raids in the area? And it turns out the dude hadn't even been living at that house for over a month. You feel any safer? Like, the president, in order to justify these deportations, said that, he declared that we're in a state of invasion, that we're being invaded by Tren de Aragua, that this is an invasion. But he has spent literally 25% of his time since in office golfing. Literally every weekend golfing. Missed the return of the bodies of 4 soldiers who died during a training exercise overseas to be golfing. We have spent as taxpayers, our money has been spent as taxpayers on his golfing. Over $30 million golfing. And it's actually tracked that at this current rate of golf expenditure, if he is in office for all 4 years, we will have spent as taxpayers on his golfing over $1 billion. That's not waste, fraud, and abuse. We've got kids getting denied health care and mental health care and lunch payments, and we've got people getting kidnapped out of our streets. We've got people getting fired for literally no reason, getting exemplary reviews, and then the next day they get fired for poor performance in a form email. And then when they're told to complain, the person they get told to complain to is on administrative leave. Like, do you feel any safer? You know what, the IRS, unlike many other places in this administration, the IRS has had very targeted firings. Most of the people who have been fired at the IRS have all been auditors. Now, these aren't just auditors that go after, like, mom and pop down the street, Joe Schmo and his wife who own a small construction business. No. These are auditors that go after massive corporations. These are auditors that go after massive, like, billionaires, millionaires. Like, these are people that go after people with money. And for every dollar that gets spent on these auditors by us taxpayers, we get between 12 and 24 bucks back. Somehow they're stopping waste, fraud, and abuse by getting rid of these people. They're getting rid of waste, fraud, and abuse by launching a meme coin run by the president's family, with whom he's very close, where Saudi Arabia has already dropped millions of dollars on this coin. And then, like, literally the very next day, the US eased restrictions on Saudi Arabia getting some of our AI chips. You feel safer? And now I haven't read the headlines fully yet, or like read the news articles fully yet, but I'm hearing something about our president wanting to send people to Libya now. I don't know about you, but not only does America not feel so great, but I don't feel so fucking safe. Just riddle me this. If what's happening right now isn't important to you, how long until it is? How long until people are getting snatched up out of your neighborhood? How long until it's you? How long until someone you know gets told that they're an enemy of the state somehow, and you're like, no, they're not, and they're like, yeah, they are, and I'm like, you're like, I can prove it, and they're like, doesn't matter, can't get them back, sorry. I don't know about you, man, but I'd rather be seeing kids get fed school lunch and have a population that's not afraid to go to work and spend $30 million on a guy's golf trips while we're allegedly under, like, invasion. Anyway, it's a beautiful day. I'm done yapping. I'm gonna enjoy some of this sunshine and get back to hemming some pants. Stay safe out there, neighbors. Watch out for each other.